EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play.
Give me just a second. Let me fix my camera view. I didn't even realize that was going to be an issue. Can I even do it? I don't think I
Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off selected.
I can't do it. Alright. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out.
From scrimmage, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
I will figure it out.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
4 down, check, 4 down.
Hey, high 7.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready. Yellow lady. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. Let him. Go.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. This one grabbed by A.J. Green.
Oh, good feet.
Touchdown, New Orleans. A.J. Green, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
This is Marlon Mack, 3rd-year running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Myles Jack there to make the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, making plays near the line of scrimmage.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. On 3rd down, a run by Mack. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. Now a hit and a loose football.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. Out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything.
Oh!
So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Oh, he still got
that one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had to read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And all the way inside.
I really thought he was for the run.
Drop it. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Come on, one thing for sure, you know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a third down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
I knew he was going.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the Colts 11-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the screen. There we go, 37.
Here's Breeze to throw. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Drew Brees, his 2nd touchdown pass here in the opening quarter of this game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
I'm like, I ain't even showed the
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd and 12, Mariota.
They did not block him at all.
He goes down. Cameron Jordan racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. 3rd and long here for Mariota. Ebron's got it. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Eric Ebron, 83 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Breeze. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd and short. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a Saints first down on the pickup of 13.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Breeze. And his throw here's incomplete.
I'm waiting on that post.
Michael Thomas was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara.
Good job.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. To throw is Breeze. Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Following the interception here, Mariota looking deep for Hilton. And got his man complete. 30. 10, 5, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got a 1st and 10. And now look at him go. The 30, 10, touchdowns.
Man, don't start tripping. I don't need my internet to start.
Not a whole lot to recap
I can't
on
press
that
nothing
drive.
right
Just
now.
one play,
God damn it.
75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 28.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because this team is looking for a new quarterback.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. A huge play that time for the Colts. Well, hello. I mean, it took him a while to get him a rep, but that's quite an introduction to this game.
And not just hello. How about goodbye to the defense as he went past him? Big-time run on his first carry of the game.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Mariota. He's got it to Hilton. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marcus Mariota on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
It just really depends on what he comes out in.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action. Now Breeze. This is caught by Gill. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for the Saints. 46 yards.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood!
Shotgun now for Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Good route, good pickup for first. Over that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop. He heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jabal Sheard in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. After the sack on first down, Breeze,
I was there.
he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees does it again. 3 first-half touchdown passes for him now as his guys are able to regain the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off the play fake, Mariota. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. On 3rd down, Mariota. And that will be incomplete.
He went with him.
More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
On the return, Harris. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Ready.
4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3.
Bang, 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 bang. 28. 59, Mark, 59. Yo, 21, 21. I got one.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They call that a loss of...
It ain't neither one of us. It's just the servers. Their servers are trash. Since we got more people at home, their servers are trash. Their service is causing people to drop left and right.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check, 59, 59. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Open man is
I was
Michael
there.
Thomas.
I was looking for the end route.
He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half.
I was looking for the end
It's a
breaker.
1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Kill.
Breeze now on 1st down.
Oh!
Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's got this down to the 35. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. And the former 1st pick in the 2nd round of the 2001 draft doing his thing.
And the beauty of watching him play is progressions. Yeah, he can throw it deep, but how about his ability to hit secondary targets, underneath targets, and hits them with accuracy?
Throw from Breeze into the hands of Smith.
Good throw.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Good throw.
4 touchdown passes now for Drew Brees. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense?
Oh, it wouldn't let me throw it. Golly.
Reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Paris Campbell, and it's third down. Now Mariota. They'll run the screen with Mack. Oh, what a juke into space. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
Like I paid 200 down and 10 up. How is my internet quality not good enough? How is it not good enough?
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Hey, echo.
Mike fight 9. Let's go, baby. Return over. Get that ball.
On second and very short. Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're
and that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
I pushed the wrong button.
It's intercepted.
I meant to press X when I pressed triangle. I pressed the wrong button.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
I pressed the wrong button.
On the ground, this is Kamara. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Breeze, and that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
That's 100% my fault. I pressed the wrong button. And they stay there. And they stay there. Up, down, up, down,
Mike,
up,
ready.
down.
Yellow lady.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
first down. Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Max 50, Max 50.
From the gun, Mariota.
Yeah, he went right to where I was going. That was great defense.
Johnson, the rookie from Florida.
That was great defense, because he went right to where I was going.
So maybe a second
and then
half
he slid inside.
And not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
And the Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
I got it. Check 9, check 9. 36, 36.
Bravo.
Single receiver. 58's the money. 58's the money.
On first and 10, here's Breeze. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Hey, Delta.
Breeze will try again on second down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that takes us from second to third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now Breeze on third down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up fourth down. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Fine.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace. They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Third down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He's got a man, complete. The 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, 71 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lutz with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
17 there and a New Orleans first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
I'm letting you know, right? 58's the must.
Now Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. This is caught inside the 15. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 51 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season as his guys continue to pour it on. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A throw out wide caught by Pascal. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Hines. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now Kamara. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Toss play, Kamara. They find some open field here. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lutz with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. On play action, Mariota. And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Mariota now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks.
It's 50, Mike, 50. Watch the slant.
First down, Mariota. Campbell making the catch. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
3.
Looking to run with Mack. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Boy, it's the same old song, isn't it? And right now, this one doesn't sound too sweet. They've been thoroughly outclassed so far. And there's another tackle for a loss.
Yeah, that's something that we've said quite a bit in this game. Again, it'll be Mack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Vinatieri's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because
it's a foot race. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play there out of Kamara. 67 yards on the ground. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yep.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Mariota. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. Mariota on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. They'll throw again. Mariota. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Slam, slam, slam.
To the air again, Mariota. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Ready? You ready? 59. It's a party now.
They take a knee here.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 10-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win.